All right, everybody. I backed this Skinny Mini Kickstarter, and I haven't even had time to get into it yet. So I tell you what, let's open up these boxes and figure out what Skinny Mini is all about. All right, so this is the Skinny Mini Kickstarter. I got 3 boxes full of stuff here, plus some binders over here that we'll get into. I don't even know what's in what box. So this box is right here, so let's figure out what's inside of it. Let's open it up and see. So the whole deal, oh nice. So the whole deal with the Skinny Minis was what I think is a pretty good idea. That instead of doing 3-dimensional miniatures, we're going to do these 2-dimensional pawns. See this right here? So each one of them is colored. So I don't know what sheet this is. Looks like a hero sheet or something like that. But I really like this idea. So we've got these cutouts here, and then each hero is colored as a stand-up figure right out of the box. And you've also got the back. Isn't that nice? So you've got the front of them on one side, and then on the back, it's not just the same thing. It's actually the back of the figure. And I think that's really nice. And in many ways, I actually think this is underdone as far as tabletop gaming goes. Because 3-dimensional miniatures can be expensive, and they don't come painted all the time. Painted miniatures are expensive. Doing something like a stand-up pawn like this that's fully colored, I think is preferable in many circumstances to many different games that are just never going to get painted. I mean, this is fantastic. I mean, I'm one of the perfect examples of people who have just tons and tons of board games here and tons of miniatures and trying to get through painting them all, but it just is never going to happen realistically. And so if your game has pawns like this that are fully colored, very detailed, who cares that they're 2-dimensional? I like this. So, okay, so we've got this, and then there should be, we're going to look at everything in here, or try to, but there should be, stands. I noticed one of these boxes was lighter than the other one. Maybe it has. Oh, look, it does. Look. So this is the stand. I got a whole bunch of different ones. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. It does look like I actually already created one. So this is some type of, demon or something? I don't know. I think it's cool. The back. Oh, showing off like demon butt. Sorry about that. And then the front. I mean, what's wrong with that? Would you rather have a 3D miniature that you never paint, or do you want this fully painted 2D miniature? I like that right there. So I got this. Let's see. I guess this is like a hero pack. Let's see. Got a barbarian. Looks like a bunch of classic fantasy guys. Barbarian. I think that's rogue. Got a two-handed, a fighter with 2 different hammers. Maybe a fighter. Classic-looking elf. Fighter. We got male and female dwarves down here. I think this makes a fantastic adventuring party. Probably we could take some glue. We could glue them into their bases if we wanted to, a little bit of super glue. But the storage solution over here, which is the binders, I'll get out in a moment, kind of suggests that you keep them flat and then just put them in the bases as you need them, but that you store them flat. Well, all right, I already got a bunch of stand-up heroes here. So which would I rather have? These guys ready to go, or another bunch of miniatures that I have to paint and might not ever get to? Well, I think these guys. I think this is a big win. I would play war games with these. I'd play skirmish games with these. I'd play RPGs with these. There is a lot of stuff that I'd do with them. That's great. Let's see. All right, so that was looks like basic heroes. This one right here, this one looks like demons. That's the one that I already punched out, I guess, a long time ago. I'm just going to slide the demons over here. So those are extra bases. Kind of hard to see on this play mat, but extra bases. I got demons over here. I got heroes there. That's a demon. Because I kind of want to keep them categorized for storage. But see, check this out. See, check this out. This is a giant demon guy. I mean, that's cool. I don't want to put this guy out on the table. See how large he is compared to this hero? I mean, cool. So, there we go. I think if you put this guy out on the table, you'll get your point across much better than like an unpainted giant miniature. I bet this is the base that he goes on. Well, he looks a little bit large, actually. Maybe that's not the base. Could be. That's the largest base that I see right there. But look at that. Colored front, back. There we go. Big demon prince guy. And a hero. We got some medium-sized demons. Look at the art. I like this guy. I like this guy, too. Oh. This guy's also pretty cool. But very classic-looking demons, front and back. That looks like medium-sized bases to me. Oh yeah, that's a good-sized base. That's probably what they're supposed to go on. Nice. Oh, dragon. See, here's one of those things. Like, sometimes you need a white dragon, but getting a 3D model and painting it up just in time for encountering a white dragon, especially if it's like a random encounter or something like that. Well, it's nice to have something like this that just can be your white dragon. Oh, and a green dragon? Look at that. Skinny Minis, I think you guys did a great job. And I'm not even most of the way through. Gold dragon. This just completely does wonders to expand my whole miniatures collection. Because, of course, I got tons of miniatures. I've got some that are painted. But it's so nice just to have something like this that's ready to go. Especially for things like dragons and demons that I might not otherwise get around to painting. Looks like maybe a copper dragon. I love the art. You guys did a great job. Oh, I didn't know it had this. So, we also have some doors. That's a nice addition. Got an iron door, standard kind of wooden, two standard kind of wooden dungeon doors. Portcullises, partially raised, down, and this iron door kind of reminds me of HeroQuest. Nice. Oh, God, more terrain. We've got pillars. That's nice. Pile of bones. Treasure pile. Treasure chest. 4 different braziers. That's nice, just be able to stick them up someplace so your heroes know they've got light. That looks like an altar of some kind. And this is a tomb. Man, I didn't know I was also getting terrain in this. And then here's also a statue. I like the statue. Look at the statue of this king. Again, I'm a big fan of the art. Back to some classic heroes. Oh, man, dwarves here. Reminds me of some Warhammer Fantasy dwarves. Some high fantasy dwarves. Look at these guys. I also like this because if you're playing a dwarf PC, you know I'm a big fan of having like pre-generated characters for people when they play a game, not even just a starter game, but you know, other kinds of games. So if you're having somebody start off with pre-generated dwarves, man, go pick yourself out a nice stand-up like this. And that's nicer than having them go pick out an unpainted miniature, I think. Put the dwarves over here. And an anvil. It's the forge. You could also create a war band or a skirmish game out of these guys. Certainly have enough dwarves to do that. Next up, looks like wild elves. Or I mean, they might be wood elves to some people. I see kind of a woodland theme, I think. But we also have kind of a barbaric influence over there. So maybe a bunch of kind of what I would call kind of high fantasy wood elves. Front and back. So we've got sorcerers and fighters, rogues. I bet that's what that is. This must be like the wood elf pack, like we just looked at the dwarf pack. Before I go any further, because I've got a lot more I can look at, but I'm running out of room here, so I guess it's time to look at the storage solution that they send, because that's important, because I got a lot of these guys, and so I'm going to want to be able to find them. So look what they sent as well, or what I backed as part of the Kickstarter. Here is this this binder here that's got these really cool sheets in them. It's got a flap and a pocket for skinny minis. So that's how we can keep them organized. And we've got different size pockets in them. I think this is really neat. Something that a game master would have at the table. They don't take up a lot of space, unlike your miniatures. And if you've got them well organized, then you can just pull this out and flip right to whatever it is that you need, or hand it to the player who's looking for some type of, like for instance, dwarf or elf or whatever it is that they want, and then you got it. So let me move this back. Let's see. So let's store the dwarves here. So let's say this is dwarf. Otherwise, I'm going to have these guys all over the place. And it will be nice to have these guys sort of organized so that if I'm looking for them for some kind of video or game, I got them. Now what do I do here? So I got elves. Tell you what, I'll put elves on another page. Try to keep them thematically organized. Okay, there we go. We got these flaps up here to keep the miniatures in. And that's nice, but you might not even need them. They're pretty snug in there even as they are. So that's dwarves, elves. Let's see, what have I got in here? Oh, that looks like... Ooh. Definitely a dwarf. I think the dungeon decor should go with the dwarves. Let's go ahead and pack up the standard adventurers in another sheet. Kind of takes a little while to get everybody organized, but I think it's going to be worth it when they are in their sleeves. It'll make it really easy to find everybody. Maybe basic adventurers can go with demons. Of the more medium-sized, anyway. Alright, that's a start at organization. Wait, what's that? That looks like a barbarian. That's an adventurer. Uh-oh. Now what about bigger monsters? Let's see. I don't even know. Oh, look! I got this big pouch here. Dragon time. Probably putting these in place as we snap them out of their pages. Probably a good idea. Otherwise, I'll have them all over the place. White dragon. Alright, let's see what else I got. Looks like hobgoblins. Some of those might be bugbears. Looks like hobgoblins down here. What do you think? Gnolls? Could be bugbears, gnolls, and then hobgoblins. I bet that's what it is. That's a good assortment to have, because if I had to pull out bugbear, hobgoblin, and gnoll miniatures, I wouldn't have any, but now I've got some skinny minis. I wonder, these guys probably, yep, I bet they go in this size. Let's put them in just like they have them on the sheet. So these are gnolls, bugbears up here. They look a little bit small for that, but I think they're a little bit big. Yeah, see, they're a bit big for this size. I might have to move them, but that's all right. Next, look like some kind of alternative humanoids. Looks like Kenku, probably got Iasimar here, vampire, maybe gnome's a bit tall though. Ravenfolk, not sure what he is. Fish guy, I don't know what the name is. Catfolk. Very nice. Kind of like alternative heroes. Let's see. Well, I'm not sure where to put them. Let's just see what else we got in this box. This is... Oh, looks like familiars. Or otherwise animal companions. Komodo dragon with some arrows. A owl... Not sure what that is. Kind of looks like an owl again. Frog with the scroll. We got a raven. Got a mouse. Spiders. Wolf. Leopard. Oh, snake with a sword. Look at that. Carrying items for their masters. That's pretty cool. See, this guy is multi-armed monsters and other such things. All kinds of beasts. Shark man here. It's nice. Here, looks like we got some large creatures. Definitely the owl bear. Whoop. What is she? The Sphinx? Maybe, probably. Unicorn. And look, the unicorn is slotted so that it can be ridden. That's pretty cool. Got like an iron golem here. Genie. Let's go ahead and get these out. These are large creatures. Owlbear, Sphinx, unicorn. I like that wizard. It's pretty cool. Golem. Oh, we got goblins. Looks like all goblins. Goblins and their wolf riders. This is cool. Now, let's see how that works. So here we've got a goblin, and here we've got a wolf. So he could be infantry because he's on. Looking from the front, there we go. He could be infantry because he's on an infantry a circular stand. But then we could also do this. Now he's riding his wolf. That's a great double use of miniatures. So you could have just the wolf or the warg by itself, put it on a cavalry base here, or it's time to mount up. I like that. I like that double use. Let's see here. I don't know where to put them, but I've got another one of these right here. So let's make a goblin sheet. Now, need slightly larger space for the wolves right here. Right there. All right. Notice this is magnetic too. It comes over, it closes. It's probably going to close better once it's bulked out here. This is a bit thin, but that's because we haven't got all of our miniatures in it yet. Okay, next. Oh, these guys look uniformed. Oh, these guys look like human guardsmen or knights, like of a wealthy city or maybe a kingdom or something like that. They're well armored, outfitted, and uniformed. Even got some dogs with them. So it could also be like I see it like the city patrol of a wealthy city or something like that, or the household guard of some king or something. That's cool. All right, let's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ah, we can fit right in here. Ooh, he's a bit tall, but let's see. Am I going to have to go to the medium size for this? I don't know. I really don't want to. I'm going to put these guys to the side for the moment. See where they fit best. That is the end of one box. So that's what was in one box. Fortunately, I got another whole other box to go. Barbarian guy. Different types of humans, I suppose. That looks... I think I recognize him. Did I get 2 of this, like, basic heroes? I might have. That looks like general humans with all different kinds of character classes. That's a fun one. Whoa. It's like the Colossus. About right there. This, we got, looks like orc or half orc. Looks like a bunch of orc and goblin and undead different characters. Maybe these are playable characters. They're all kind of unique. Spell effects looks like. Oh, I like this one. We got the burning skull here. What's it called? I forget. We got another one here in green. Looks like we've got zombies, large zombies, armored zombies. Ooh, nice. Spirit here, maybe a banshee. We've got a wraith mummy. Oh, that was nice. Let's see. That's I don't know where to put all these. So this one, oh, more undead. The burning skeleton looks like a lich. Could be like an elven, I don't know what he's doing with the undead, but some kind of elven lord. Got zombies, skeletons. Look at that guy. Well, this side looks a little bit happier. Here are townsfolk, I suppose. got all different kinds of people in the town. This is a good addition because a lot of times when you're hanging around town, you got a battle in town. Sometimes there are definitely civilians around. So this is a good one to have. Oh, looks like I got 2 of those. I do. Okay, so I'm stocked up on civilians now. So this looks like, well, it looks like Tieflings. I would say this is a collection of a whole bunch of different kind of Tiefling characters in a bunch of different character classes. That's cool. Oh, let's see, we got... I need to go through and punch these out and figure out where they're going in their pouches. But here is... Well, it looks like a Tarosk. I definitely didn't have a Tarosk miniature. So, Tarosk. Oh, Storm Giant. I also do not have one of these, so that's a good addition. Also looks like spell effects or otherwise things that are conjured, maybe like a spiritual weapon, magic mouth, nightmare steed, floating hand, or Bigby's floating hand or something like that. Wasn't that one? Oh, okay. We got more spell fireball. I'm not sure what that is. Like a hail of blades. Oh no, it says over here. Look. Okay, look. Arcane Gate 1, Cloud of Daggers, Continual Flame, Mage Hand. Oh, Floating Disc. I thought this was water. I thought it was in a puddle. But that makes total sense. This is the floating disc with all of your equipment on it. Okay, and then this is Dancing Lights. And that is Arcane Gate 2. They all have that? Like, does this have it? Just, yeah, it sure does. Unseen Servant. Okay. Unseen Servant. Spiritual Weapon. Magic Mouth, called that one. Faithful Hound. Phantom Steed. Guardian of Faith. And then this one is Arcane Hand. Okay, now, I didn't remember seeing all of that. Yeah, see, this doesn't have things written on it like that. I'm going to have to come up with some way to mark that, because I won't remember all that. Purple Worm. This has a name, I know. Can't call it off the top of my head. These larger ones are in need of the flap a little bit more, especially if you're traveling, looks like. Again, looks like we got like half-orc characters in all different character classes. We've got fighters, we got rogues, we got wizards, we got, probably that's the warlock down here. Okay. Ogres and trolls and two-headed giants. Let's put them in one of these. Definitely more trolls and I guess giants. Probably ogres. Look like ogres to me. Trolls and ogres. This looks like, well, it looks like, oh, definitely knights. Or like the royal court. Oh, okay, so the royal court. So we definitely have knightly characters here. Then here's the jester, and the like the sage. We got the king and the queen, another kind of king and queen character. So definitely, okay, the royal court. That's pretty cool. Horses. Now this is a nice addition too. That looks like a giant wolf. Maybe something that a half-orc would ride. We've got horses here. A horse, a pony, and this looks like a dog. So this looks like our mounts for our PCs. I'm glad they included those. We looked at the wolves that the goblins have. Hey, but PCs get mounts too. Looks like they go in this size. So if you get a horse, you get a pony, whatever you get. Oh, this is going to have to go. You're actually going to be able to mount up without having to go and buy a whole new miniature. That's nice. This looks like some more mounts. Yep. That looks like 3 rather noble horses. Here. There. That's nice. You also have options for your mounts if you're a PC. I may end up permanently putting some of these on bases. We'll just have to see. Looks like succubus and some kind of hag, and then we've got, well, some type of demon fighter here. There's the Naga right here. Ah! Kobolds. Fantastic. Everybody needs a lot of kobolds. So we've got kobolds in all kinds of character classes. Look, they've got a skunk in a cage here, and some kind of trap here, and a bomb, and then a net. Well, that's all right. That's good. That's good. Everybody needs kobolds, because kobolds, when they come, you got a bunch of them. And this one is, well, I don't know what the theme is here. Otherwise, it kind of looks like, we got undead royalty here. We've got definitely a really cool looking wizard here. It kind of looks like the alchemist here. All right, that's the end of that box. So let's see how these things are supposed to fit together. Okay, wow, that took a while. Look, one more item here. That took a while. I started off trying to make sure everything was organized by page, but by the end I was just trying to get things someplace, so it may not be as perfectly organized as, oh look, there's some that I didn't even get to yet. Alright, we'll just stick it in there. But I got, let's see, I'll just show you kind of what the flip through is. I think it is pretty cool, because this is a good way to flip through, especially if I went through and took a little bit more time to go through and organize what there might be. Looks like goblins and kobolds, and then I got and then the royal family and the townsfolk, undead and spell stuff, monsters and spell stuff, larger monsters and mounts. But man, see, so there's one, and actually it's a little bit, once I've filled it up, it actually doesn't quite close like I thought it was going to. It's kind of big in the middle. But then I got this one too. Got heroes. They started off with dwarves and elves, monsters and heroes. Got the bugbears and hobgoblins, monsters. Start doubling up on some of these larger ones. Larger monsters, dragons. So there we go. Oh, there was something. Oh, there are doors. Man, I got stuff all over the place. So I'll stick those things in there. But then that's basically what it is. I mean, it does. See that I've tried to put some of the stands in there, the actual circles there, but they don't fit real well. They're also causing this to bulge out, so I don't think they can go in there. They're just gonna have to go back in this, which is another box that has more stands in it. So I think I'll just stick stands and these extras in here. Might help it close better. But if you are a game master and you got this to close, took out those extra stuff, that's 2 binders worth of stuff that holds a lot more miniatures than anything this size would ever hold. So if you did have to go someplace, if you're a GM on the go, take these with you, pull them out to the table. You've got all kinds of things covered as far as your miniatures go. So I like them. Good job, Skinny Minis. I like the art on them. It's got tremendous variety. I have just tremendously expanded the amount of different kinds of characters and creatures that I can represent on the tabletop thanks to you guys. So thank you very much, guys, for designing these, for running the Kickstarter, because that's what allowed me to get them, and we'll put them out on the table. So thank you very much, and of course, thank you for watching the video. Please check out other videos on the channel. I got a ton of stuff out there, and I'll also have more coming. Thank you so much. See you in another video.